This conference will now be recorded.
Hi everyone, good morning. So we'll wait for 2 more minutes for others to join and then we'll start our discussion. 2 minutes we'll wait and then we'll start our discussion, guys. Thanks for joining. We'll wait for 2 more minutes and then we'll start our discussion. Thank you. Once again, welcome everyone. Welcome to Isha Training Solutions. So today we are going to discuss about the course content, what we are going to learn as part of this journey. So I encourage each and every one of you. Uh, Please stop me at any point of time and ask your question. We'll get the clarity and then we'll move to the next part. Okay, so our objective is we wanted to know like what we are going to learn, what is our objective of joining this session. Before to that, myself, Saravanan Srinivasan. So I have 14 plus years of experience in performance testing and performance engineering. So I take trainings for Dynatrace, AppDynamics, Neuralink, Datadog, LoadRunner, Jmeter, Neoload, Gatling. So I also have experience in working with multiple customers, multiple industries. So with that a brief introduction, I'll quickly show you the course content what we are going to learn. So as I mentioned already, please stop me at any point of time. You feel anything that you require little more explanation, please let me know. We will discuss and then we'll move on. Okay. So this is our course content that we are going to learn as part of this course journey. Uh, so first topic is actually APM tools, because right now many they don't have that fundamental understanding itself. The APM tool means what? Okay, application performance monitoring or application performance management tool means what? Right now, what are all the different capabilities that are there with APM tools? Industry is actually talking about a concept called observability, or industry they are talking about a concept called SRE. How I am going to use these APM tools effectively in a way that I wanted to implement observability in my organization. So all those things we are going to discuss. Okay. So yes, this tool is actually having end-to-end monitoring capability or full stack monitoring capability. Along with that, there are latest trends in the market, right? How am I going to achieve that? So in that way, we are going to provide the introduction part of it. What are APM tools? APM tools we are going to learn. Why APM tools are required to be learned by developers, performance testers, performance engineers? Because that also we need to get it. Right now there is a mindset, guys. So there is a mindset with people. Uh, this is only required to be learned by performance testers. Performance testers job role only inline to this tool capability, like that everybody is actually thinking, but it is not like that. Anybody can use it provided what activity that they are performing is actually important. Developers can use APM tool. Performance testers, performance engineers, system support engineers, DevOps engineers, anybody can use it provided what activity that they are performing is actually important. So that also we are going to discuss in a detailed way. Developers how they are using, performance testers how they are using, performance engineers how they are using, like that we are going to discuss in a detailed way. But as I mentioned, performance testers important activities are covered in this tool. Example, infrastructure monitoring is one, root cause analysis is other, or even your client side monitoring is another. So like that, performance testers primary job is also oriented towards this tool capability also. That also we are going to discuss in a detailed way. How performance testers they are using this tool for infrastructure monitoring, how performance testers they are using it for root cause analysis, how performance testers they can use it for client side monitoring. So those things we are going to discuss in a detailed way. Okay, client side monitoring is actually very important, because in industry right now many tools they are not providing that capability at all. Okay, they don't have that capability, and if they are providing that capability also, that is not in a complete way. Okay, even LoadRunner they are claiming that they are having the true client protocol which will provide the end-to-end client side response time, right? But how effective it is, sometimes we cannot quantify that. But using this Dynatrace tool, you will get the details about your HTML loading, your CSS, your JavaScript, your PNG, your JPEG, your GIF, how the components that are loading, how much of a time it is actually taking, and individual browser level split up time. Okay, on load, full load, or your time to first byte, or visually complete. All those metrics also Dynatrace will provide details. So which means that performance testers can effectively use this tool to get the client side numbers, infrastructure numbers, root cause analysis also they can do it. So that also we are going to discuss in a detailed way. And then tool introduction, Dynatrace introduction, basically setting the context, what way this tool is actually superior to other tools and all. And then competitors, yes, Dynatrace, similar to Dynatrace capability, many tools are actually there in the industry. So we are going to discuss about their competitor understanding, because during interview, say like you are going for an interview, there you are attending an interview related to Dynatrace also. Sometimes the interviewer they will check whether you have at least name level understanding what are all the other tools that are there in the industry. So that is the reason we are going to learn about the competitor name and all. Okay, and also I myself take training for Dynatrace, AppDynamics, New Relic, Datadog, and Isha Training Solutions. So any learning that we are doing, sometimes if it is required to be learn the comparative learning. Okay, what is there in other tool, what is available in Dynatrace, in what way this capability is different from other tools. That level also we will discuss, so that it is easy, because there are learners, they will come from other APM tool background and they wanted to learn this APM tool, means that is also covered. Okay, we are going to cover it in that way as well. And then there are two deployment models that are there in Dynatrace. One is SaaS based, another one is managed model. SaaS model, maybe you guys would have heard about that name before as well. Software as a service model, SaaS model, and managed model, or otherwise called as on-premises model. Okay, so SaaS model is something, the vendor, they are going to provide the license. They are handling everything: data backup, data archival, storage, everything handled by the vendor. Okay, vendor is actually handling that. That is actually SaaS based model. In the case of managed model, we are going to handle everything within our firewall, within our data center, within our infrastructure. We are going to maintain everything. We are going to do the data backup, data archival, storage, maintenance, everything. We are going to do it in the case of managed model. Okay, so yes, we are going to discuss about both the things, like SaaS based model means what, managed model means what, SaaS based model who will prefer, managed model who will prefer, like that we are going to discuss in a detailed way. Okay, I'll take a pause here, guys. Any question till now? Okay, so I take this silence, we do not have any question. And then installation of your Dynatrace account. So, so what we are going to do, we are going to create a Dynatrace account, and we are going to install the agent in an infrastructure, because we wanted to learn that capabilities, right? So we are going to install the agent, and we'll also discuss about how to set up a sample application. Okay, how to set up a sample application. There are three sample application I will explain. Okay, one is Apache Tomcat deployed Java application, and another application is actually called as Easy Travel, and third application is actually called as Konakat. So like that we are going to discuss about three different sample application, through which we will learn the detailed capabilities of Dynatrace. Okay, so that sample application, sorry, yeah, that sample application, how to set up, that also we are going to discuss. So first of all, we will create an account. Second, we will install the agent, and we will also prepare our sample application, through which we are going to learn all the different capabilities in Dynatrace. Okay, so so with that we are going to learn all the different capabilities that are available in Dynatrace. So that part we are going to do it here. Okay, deploy Dynatrace, and then deployment status. Okay, once you are done with the installation, well, you have to check whether the data is actually coming or what. Next, the very important topic, which is the front end monitoring. I told you client side monitoring, right? So in Dynatrace they are calling that as front end monitoring. How we are going to do the front end monitoring? How we are going to do the front end monitoring? I told you this is actually very important concept. Very important concept, because right now your performance testing tool, it is unable to provide that level of data. What is that meaning? I'll quickly draw a picture, so that you guys will understand why I am saying this concept. So you have your browser, and you have your servers. Okay, I'm putting the word commonly servers, but internally you can consider, okay, you can consider web server, app server, DB server. Okay, so this is your browser, and this is your servers. Okay, so I'm saying this is actually web server, app server, DB server. Okay, all the things you collectively call this as servers. Okay, so usually when you are doing things manually, what will you do? When you are manually handling certain things, what will you do? Say like you will say www.amazon.com. Some example I'm giving. Okay, something you are giving. Okay, so that website if you are giving, and that request will be going. Okay, the request will go. The request will go, and that request will reach your server www.amazon.com. And then once your servers are actually processing that request related to www.amazon.com, it will provide some output, some information it will provide. Okay, some information it will provide. Maybe I'll put it like this. Okay, it is actually giving the response back, and that response is actually coming back to your browser. Your browser. So this is actually what? This is actually request. This is actually what? Response. So request means what? What we are giving it to the server. Response means what? What server is actually giving back to you. Okay. What you are giving it to the server is actually request. What server is actually giving back to you, it is actually response. That is actually response. Okay. This is what is actually happening manually. When you are doing things manually, this is what is actually happening. Okay. I told you we are going to use performance testing tools for doing this activity. Means what will happen? Performance testing tool. Example, man in the middle. Man in the middle. I'm using performance testing tool in the middle. Okay. This is actually you consider right now as Jmeter. Jmeter performance testing tool. Apache Jmeter is a open source performance testing tool. If you are using that tool for the performance testing, what is actually happening? Okay. So if you are keeping Jmeter as a proxy server, so the same thing, right? When you are providing a request from the browser, when you are providing the request from the browser, Jmeter is actually a proxy server. The request will go via your performance testing tool because it is a proxy server. It is a proxy server, so it will go via your performance testing tool. So what will happen? Your tool, what it will do? It will take the copy of the request. It will take the copy of the request, and then the request will go to the server. Because it is a proxy server, it will send the request via your proxy server. It will take the copy of the request, and the request will go to the server. Okay. What server will do? Server will process the request, and it will send back the response. It will send back the response. But that time, what your performance testing tool will do? Again, it will take the copy of the response. Copy of the response, it will take it. Okay. So again, the response will reach to your browser. It will reach to your browser. This is what we will do during our recording time. During our script recording time, this is what we will do, guys. Okay. Any performance testers in this forum, they will already they already aware of it. Okay. Because this is how we are preparing the script. Okay, we are launching the browser and we are trying to do the recording. That time your performance testing tool is actually capturing the request and the response. This is how recording is actually working. This is how recording is actually working. Okay, I did the recording. I completed the recording and I wanted to validate my script. I wanted to do customization in my script. So what will I do? What will I do in that time? If I wanted to do the replay, I wanted to do the replay. What will I do? If I click the replay button in the tool, actually what will happen? This entire layer, it will not simulate. This entire layer, it will not simulate. What will happen? The tool is actually having the copy of the request. The tool is actually having the copy of the request. That request it will send to the server. The tool is actually having the copy of the request. That request will go to the server, and then server will give a response. I would say this is actually what I will call this as, for the understanding purpose, I will call this as replay response. I'll call this as replay response. So, the tool is actually hitting it, and tool is actually getting the response. Already tool is actually having one response, which is actually the recorded response. The tool is already having the recorded response, and we are getting replay response. Now the tool will understand this response, both of the response, and it will say the request is actually passed or the request is actually failed. Request is actually passed or the request is actually failed. This is how your performance testing tool is actually working. Okay, not a problem. Our objective is not learning about this thing. Our objective is your performance testing tool is not at all providing this layer number. Your performance testing tool is not at all providing this layer number, because the request is actually going from the tool and response is actually compared in the tool, and it is not worrying about the particular layer, which is a browser layer, which is a client side layer. So you are not getting page painting, page rendering, client loading time and all. You are not getting it in the performance testing tool. In the performance testing tool, you are not getting that details and all. You are only getting what? HTTP level response time. You are only getting HTTP level response time only you are getting. Okay. But our focus area is what? I wanted to get end to end response time, end to end. All layer, including the browser layer, application layer, DC layer, every layer I wanted to cover it. In that situation, you can use APM tools like Dynatrace. APM tools like Dynatrace, which is very, very useful in measuring your end-to-end response time. Your end-to-end response time, you can measure it. I'll take a pause here, guys. Any question till now? Okay. I take this silence that we are clear with everything. So now that topic, Dynatrace front-end monitoring topic, we are going to see in a detailed way. There are three different configurations we will learn. Okay, I mean, Dynatrace front-end monitoring can be achieved in three different ways. One is I before to that maybe before to that sorry, APM tools are actually working in the concept of agents. Agents. Okay, APM tools are working in the concept of agents. Okay, what is that agents? Agents is a piece of software. It will run, it will collect all the required data. It will run and it will collect the required data. Okay, example, if I go here, so you have your browser, you have your app server, you have your database server. Example, okay, you have your browser, you have your app server. App server means what? Application server. And you have your database server. Okay, so which means that you have your web server, app server, DB server, that is actually there. Okay, so what you are doing, all APM tools, not only Dynatrace, every APM tool is actually working in the similar concept only. They are having a concept called agent installation. Agent. Everywhere the agent should be there. Everywhere the agent should be there. Everywhere the agent should be there. These agents will collect the data and it will send the data to the respective tools. In our case, we are saying Dynatrace, but every APM tool is actually working in the similar concept only. Every APM tool is actually working in the similar concept only. Okay. So agent should be there in each and every location or the infrastructure, and the agent will collect the data, and that collected data you are going to get it in the APM tools. In our current context, because we are learning Dynatrace tool, in our current context, the agent name is actually called as one agent. The name of the agent is actually called as one agent. The name itself, one agent. So you are going to install this agent in each and every place where you wanted to do your monitoring, and that collected data you are going to display it in the Dynatrace tool, and all your root cause analysis, investigations, everything we are going to do it in the UI, your APM tool UI. Okay, we are going to learn that in a detailed way. First, I wanted to set this context. So this agent you are installing and then you are collecting the data, right? So here, coming back to the actual course discussion. So Dynatrace front-end monitoring also, there are three different ways you will achieve it. You will achieve it in three different ways. One is installing the one agent in the web server itself or web app server itself, where your static contents that are there, right? There you are going to install the one agent and you are going to do the monitoring. That is first method. Say sometimes what will happen, your infrastructure team, they will say, no, I am not going to allow you to install the software in infrastructure. In that case, there is a second option Dynatrace they are providing, which is actually called as agentless monitoring. Agentless monitoring, which is actually the instrumentation concept. Dynatrace will provide a piece of JavaScript. That JavaScript, if you are instrumenting inside your HTML pages of your application, that is the second option. Either you install the agent in your web app servers and then do the monitoring, that is first method, or you are going to instrument the JavaScript provided by Dynatrace into your HTML pages, that is second method. Say like in certain cases, okay, exception to exception cases, your your team is not allowing you to install the one agent, that is first thing, and your team is not allowing you to instrument the code also. Second option also they are not allowing. In that case, what you are going to do, you are going to use the third method, which is actually browser extension. Browser extension. Dynatrace, they are providing a browser extension. That extension, you are going to install it in your browser, and then you can record the traffic. That is a third method. So we are going to learn all these three methods. In your real world, which method is actually suitable, you can implement it in your organization, either installing the one agent or instrumenting the one agent or installing the extension through which you can capture your client side data, your front end data, you are going to capture it. And then there is a in Dynatrace there is a concept called API. Not only Dynatrace, nowadays every tool they are implementing their functionality in the format of APIs, exposing. They are exposing their functionality in the format of APIs. Every tool they started doing it. LoadRunner is there, NeoLoad is there, AppDynamics is there, Dynatrace is there. Every tool they are exposing their functionality in the format of API. So that capability also we are going to discuss. Okay, and then there is session replay. I mean, Dynatrace, they are having one capability where they are recording your activity in the video format, and you can watch the video. Whatever you are doing, they are recording it in the video format, and then you can watch the video. That is actually called a session replay. Through the session replay, you can easily understand what are all the URL that you navigated, each URL level, how much of a time it is actually taking, and all. We will look into it using the session replay, which is the key capability. Okay, and then session segmentation. Individually, your entire traffic is actually segregated as sessions, and session level how to analyze it, that also we are going to look into. And then metrics, okay, newly implemented capability in Dynatrace. They newly implemented this tab called metrics, because I told you, right, there is a latest trend in the market which is actually the observability. So in observability, they call that as three pillars: metrics, logs, trace. Metrics, logs, trace, three pillars. So that is the reason Dynatrace implemented this new tab, and they are claiming they are having the observability platform. Okay, Dynatrace, they are claiming that they are observability platform. So they implemented this new tab called metrics tab. So you will see the metrics under this tab, and then SLO, service level objective. So any SRE, site reliability engineer, they wanted to do their activity. First, they will do SLI, SLO, SLA definition, service level indicator, service level objective, service level agreement, right? So that level of discussion also we are going to do it during the SLO. And then dashboards. Okay, dashboards, which is a very key functionality, I would say, because many organization what they are doing, they are creating a detailed dashboard including multiple matrices inside that. Instead of going to each and every tab and then do the analysis, what you can do, you can create a single dashboard. You can do your monitoring in a single place itself, and where there is some issue, then you can navigate to other screens and all. But in the initial stage, you can create a detailed dashboard with multiple widgets inside the dashboard, and you can monitor your services, monitor your process, monitor your host, monitor your client side, monitor your required metrics, so that you don't want to navigate to multiple screens in the initial stage itself. Once you are getting some issue in the dashboard screen, and then you can navigate it to the other screen. That one we are going to do, like how we are going to do, we are going to learn about how to create a dashboard, how to import a dashboard, how to clone a dashboard, how to export a dashboard, how to share a dashboard to someone. So all those things we are going to discuss. And then the very, very important capability, I would say, because nowadays many are actually they started talking about artificial intelligence, AI ops, like that and all. So in that case, what is our objective? Where there is a problem, certain problem, I need to proactively get it. Proactively get it. Problem notification, I need to get it. How to do that? So in Dynatrace, what they are doing, they are setting up a SLA for each and every metric. Under anomaly detection screen, you can set up a threshold for each and every metric. And if there is any deviation, it will go and check a place called problem alerting profile. Problem alerting profile is nothing but you are going to define the time. Okay, server level problem means how much time I have to wait and observe, and then alert it. Or it is something related to availability related problem means how much time I have to wait and alert it. Like that, there is a setup available. Once your current value, say like CPU utilization is actually going beyond certain value, memory utilization is actually going beyond certain value, you will get the notification in Dynatrace, and Dynatrace will provide root cause analysis and visual resolution path. Root cause analysis and visual resolution path. Root cause analysis is nothing but what is the reason you are getting this problem. Visual resolution path is nothing but visually how it is actually happened, like at what time the problem started, how much of time the problem prolonged, and at what time the problem is actually ended, like that you wanted to get it, means visual resolution path will help you. And two real time problem we are going to learn. One is CPU saturation problem and long garbage collection problem. CPU saturation problem and long garbage collection problem, because during interview if somebody is asking what are all the problems that you faced, and how did you do the root cause analysis, and how did you provide your findings and recommendations, like that if they are asking, yes, that we are going to cover it in this particular topic. CPU saturation is one problem, long garbage collection is another problem we are going to discuss in a detailed way. I'll take a pause here, guys. Any question till now? Okay. So and then problem notification. I mean, your problem should reach the end users, right? So what we are doing, either Ranjit, you have any question, Ranjit?
Yeah,
Not
not
really.
really.
Okay.
Sorry, I joined from both the places. So yeah, no, I
Yeah.
have few questions, but the problem is, I think like now right now you are covering at the high level overview, right? So I just thought, like that would be more on the detailed session. So probably I'll
Yeah,
just
yeah, yeah.
reserve my
Correct, correct.
questions. Yeah.
Sure, sure, sure. Okay. So the problem should reach the end user, then only they can understand, okay, there is a problem, we need to look into it, right? So that notification channel, there are two notification channel we are covering. One is email notification, another one is Slack notification. Both the things we are going to learn practically. And Dynatrace, they are also providing some additional capabilities like memory dump, or CPU profiling, or process crash level. You wanted to see the details, means that also they are providing. And one more very important capability what Dynatrace they are providing is actually your synthetic monitoring. Okay, synthetic monitoring means what? So I don't want to manually do certain activity. Instead, I will create a job in Dynatrace, synthetic job, so that the synthetic job will periodically hit a particular website, www.amazon.com or www.flipkart.com. Periodically, it will hit it every 5 minutes once, 10 minutes once, 15 minutes once. It will hit that website and it will say availability of the system and also performance of the system, availability of the system and also performance of the system. So that is why we are using the synthetic monitoring concept. And in that there are different types are there: browser monitor and HTTP monitor. The and you wanted to check your intranet based application. You wanted to check your intranet based application. In that case, how we are going to do the synthetic monitor, that also we are going to discuss. This is actually interview question also. So how will you do the intranet based website testing? Means we are going to say we are making one of our local machine as a load generator machines. Okay, and from there you are going to do the trigger. So that we are going to practically learn. And what is management zone? This is all features. Okay, this is all features available. Management zone is nothing but you are dividing your traffic like QA traffic, dev traffic, UAT traffic, pre-prod traffic, prod traffic, like that. You wanted to categorize your traffic, means you are going to implement management zone. And then process level, service level monitoring, these two are very important. Okay, this process level, service level monitoring is very important. So we will discuss in a detailed way what is the process that are running. On top of the process, what are all the services that are running, like that. And individual services also, these many investigation capabilities they are providing. Maybe right now if you say most of the things would be like theoretical for you, but during our regular session we are going to discuss about each and every point in a detailed way. And then database monitoring we are going to do, and then host level monitoring we are going to do. Host is nothing but your server monitoring. In that, two flavors also we are going to look into: Windows server level, Linux server level. And then network level also. In this particular topic there is a certification question also there. Okay, that also we will discuss. And then technologies and process, what Dynatrace is actually able to monitor. And then I told you, right, observability. Observability is the latest trend in the market. At least you should know about observability means what. So that is what we are going to discuss in this particular topic. And when we are integrating LoadRunner Jmeter tool, how we are getting that information in Dynatrace tool, right? That also. And then tips and tricks, real world example, and if there is any question and answer, we are going to discuss. So, so if you look at it, the course content is designed in a way we are covering all the maximum possible critical features available in Dynatrace, which will help you to do your monitoring in your real world. Any question guys till now? Yeah. So those who wanted to enroll for this course journey, this is Kumar sir number 8019952427. Okay, 8019952427. Okay. So I'll copy paste this number in the chat. You guys can take it. Okay, this is Kumar sir number. You can reach out to Kumar sir for any further information, anything like course timing, course content, fees related, anything that you wanted to discuss, you can discuss with Kumar sir. I'll also copy paste the course content link in the chat. You guys can take it. This is actually Monday to Friday. We are going to have the session Monday to Friday. Saturday, Sunday holiday, weekday only section, Saturday, Sunday holiday. 7:30 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. Indian time. Okay, actually I'm telling in the Indian time, but corresponding timelines are actually mentioned in the website itself. Okay, you can see the corresponding timelines like UK, US timings are actually mentioned in the website itself. So 7:30 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. Indian timeline, and corresponding timelines are actually mentioned in the website. So those who wanted to enroll for this course journey, please reach out to Kumar sir for further information. 8019952427 is number. And all these sessions are actually recorded. All these sessions are actually recorded. We are going to share this recorded video in the YouTube playlist URL on a daily basis. Okay. So if you are missing any session, if you are unable to attend any session, don't worry. These videos are available for you. You can watch n number of times. These videos you are going to have it for lifetime access. You can watch it for n number of times, and then if you still need any questions to be answered, you can reach out. We can discuss, and then we can resolve your queries. Yeah, Ranjit, you can ask your question.
Yes, no, about the course. So, what is the duration? I understand it's 5 days a week. So, is it like going to be lasting for a month, 2 months? Do we know the overall duration of the training?
That is what, yeah, I'm about to tell that next. You asked,
Oh,
thank you. So this is actually 15 plus hours of session. We are going to have this session. Okay.
mhm.
So every day 1 hour like that. We are going to have it for 3 weeks. Okay. 3 weekdays. We are going to complete this session. That's it. Okay.
Okay, got it. So, is there any prerequisite, Saravanan, like means like, because see, there could be various, like members who will be attending the training, right? So, do you suggest or recommend any prerequisite or like any other training that needs to be completed prior to, like enrolling into this one?
See, as such, there is nothing like prerequisite and all, because this is
Mm-hmm.
actually you can even learn independently. But I would say maybe if really require, you can learn the fundamentals of performance testing. Okay, fundamentals of performance testing or foundation level understanding in the performance terms and terminologies. But that also not required, because anyways during our regular session I am going to explain everything. But if you really feel that you wanted to have it something as a foundation, you can have that. But other than that, as such, there is nothing required, Ranjit.
Okay, okay, perfect, perfect.
Yeah, yeah,
Another thing, Saronan, just let's say that we are trained on this, and then like we are working on the job. So let's say that we have some questions when we try to implement real time, right, as part of our job. So will you be providing any sort of assistance or like any clarifications? Can we reach
yeah,
out
yeah.
to you like post training?
That is always be there. That is always be there. That I usually tell it to my learners also. Anytime you feel like anything that you require, you can reach out to me, and then we'll solve the issues. Okay. But while telling that, I'll also wanted to put a disclaimer here. Yes, yeah, I can guide you, support you at any point of time, because one instance where one learner, he shared his screen. He asked me to write an exam in his organization. So
Oh God.
so that
Okay.
kind of a thing, we don't want to do it. But
Got
I
it.
I
Got
will
it.
I will I will guide you at any work related or your implementation related things. I will definitely help you.
Got it,
Okay.
Saronan. That really helps, man. Thank you.
Yeah. Sure. Thank you. So all these videos you are going to have it in YouTube playlist URL on a daily basis. We'll upload that, and all artifacts, supporting documents, softwares, everything we are going to share it in Google Drive. So you can download, and then you can also set up in your machine. It will be a hands-on practical learning that we are going to do. In industry right now, what best practices people are using, that we are going to discuss. In Dynatrace certification Dynatrace certification question, what are all the question will come, that also we are going to discuss. In interview, what are the question they'll ask, that also we are going to discuss. So all in all, we are going to cover the best practices, hands-on experience, interview questions, certification questions, all those things we are going to discuss